Hey guys, and how's it going? Previously on the channel we have been working on this John Deere 110. It has actually been a while since I've messed with it. I, for whatever reason, have not been able to get myself to sit down and want to mess with it. Christmas is around the corner, and I'm wondering if that's why. Just been some things going on, and I've been thinking quite a lot lately about some other stuff, so that might be why. I just haven't been able to sit down and really work on it that much. So for right now, it's still where it was. I gotta remember where we left off. I think we left off with we were putting this column back on, and I think we had put the lift assembly in, so that's all done. Yeah, so I think the next thing that I was gonna do was put a fender pan on here and then put the engine in. Is that what I was gonna do? I think that was. So, well, I think everything is done, all except for put the fender pan back on, get all that rigged. I've been looking around a little bit, and I don't think that this transmission is gonna work with this tractor. We might have some problems here because, well, I really haven't tried it yet, but I'm being told that this shift lever is not going to work with my tractor. We're gonna have to find that out here. I do have a fender pan upstairs. I will be bringing it down, and we will go on ahead and try it and see if we can get it to mount. I'm hoping we can. If we can't, that's fine. I'll have to just sit down and mess with it a little bit and try to figure out what's going on. As of right now, I think I'm pretty much close to what we were doing. So let's go on ahead and dive back into this. I will have to run upstairs and grab a fender pan. I'll put a fender pan on here. I'm going to have to hunt for a seat. I do not have a seat. Well, I might have a seat around here somewhere, but maybe not. We'll see. Let me go on ahead, run upstairs, and I will grab a seat. Once I also need to order some tire tubes, or find some other tires I have. And once I do that, we should be able to get all 4 tires on here. And once we have all 4 tires on the tractor, we can roll it around a little bit easier. So let me pop another battery in the camera because this battery is flashing. And after I do that, we will grab a fender pan. And once we grab a fender pan, we will try to figure out what we need to do back there. I think we've got pretty much everything done back there. We can go on ahead and move up front and start figuring out what needs to be done up here and get all that taken care of. So I think that's where we're at. Let me shut the camera off real quick, go grab a fender pan, and once I have done that, I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, I'm back. In the previous video, one of the previous videos, unfortunately, I damaged my tripod. So it does kind of bounce around a little bit now when there's wind. There shouldn't be any wind right now because we're inside of the barn, or the shop, but we'll see. I don't know. There is a little bit of a draft through here every so often. There shouldn't be though. Hopefully. I'm hoping everything goes smooth and that falls right into place. Have not replaced the battery. I'm just going to let this one go till it dies, because that one is not charged yet. So I did find my second battery. It was in the truck. So we found it in the door. So I'm glad I found that. I didn't find it. Somebody else did. But anyway, it's been found. That's fine. Go ahead and pop this off. Once we get this taken off of here, we'll get this one as well. I think I'm going to leave the parking brake one alone for now. This arm out of here. I think I have another one of these around here somewhere I got to look for. We'll put all the knobs over here. Let's set that on there. Anything else that needs to be removed? I don't think so. Set this on there. And let's hope everything goes to plan. Well, so far, oh, I already see it. That's neutral. Right there. You guys see what I see? That's not good. So, that's a problem we're gonna have to fix. I just put it on there and we've run into our first problem, as you guys all can see already, I'm sure. This right here is in neutral. You guys see the problem right there? Here, I'll put the plate down. Maybe that'll help you a little bit. Right there is neutral, according to that. However, actually, right there is where I think fourth gear should be. So that's a problem. I'm trying to get this to. I mean, we might. Well, this transmission doesn't want to move. So we got a problem already. It's just over a little bit farther than it should be. Unless our... Oh, and it needs to go this way. That's even worse. Actually... Oh, never mind. Well, that sucks. We might have a problem. I'm trying to see if I can get it to go. Let's move this over here. This is where fourth gear is. Yeah, see? Our transmission's not in fourth gear, but it's in the spot where fourth gear should be. So right there's our problem. We're gonna have, that's neutral. That is neutral right there. So we're gonna have to do something about that. I'm not sure what. I almost wonder if we could take that shift plate off there and maybe move it over a little bit. Or we could almost just bend that, we could bend that lever. Let's pull the fender pan back off and let's just look at it and find out what we can do. I really almost just wonder if we can bend that over and make it work. I mean, it's still where it was and it's still in neutral. See, right there is fourth gear. That's neutral. Popped the other battery in the camera. The one that was in here just died, so I was waiting for it to go. This battery is fully charged now, so that's good. We left off with, I was showing you guys where all the gears are. This is neutral right here. This is reverse if it doesn't want to go in. This would be second, over would be first. Third gear right there, as you can see. That's about where it would need to be. And then over here is fourth. So fourth gear is definitely not going to work. Reverse, there's a chance reverse might work, but all the other gears on this side over here, such as second, first, and third, will work. So you won't have reverse. Maybe you'll have fourth, maybe not. So, yeah, that's a problem. So we're gonna have to pop this out of here, I guess, and we're gonna have to try to figure out what we're gonna do. I figured that was gonna be a problem. I knew it was ever since the beginning. I just didn't think it'd be that big of a problem. I figured, oh, we could move the plate over just a little bit. Let's see if it wants to go in fourth. No, it still don't want. Oh, now it goes into, that's first. That's neutral. Oh, that's second. Where's neutral? That's neutral right there. That's, what gear? Second? Neutral, reverse, right there. Okay, so in order to fix it, we'd loosen this, turn this. This would need to be turned this way so this goes down, right? Maybe, yes. Yes, it would. If that was turned to where it was facing, the bend in it was facing down instead of off to the side, that would be where we need it to be, because that's what it is on the 100 series transmissions. I am pretty sure. But the problem with that is, I think underneath of here, this has some kind of fork that goes, unless it's just a long rod that goes down. If it's just a long rod that's not bent anywhere down there, then it'll be fine, and we could swap it. You know, we could turn it. But if it ends up being what I think it is, we can't do that. So I don't know. I really think we can. I really do think that we can move it, put a pair of vice grips down there on bottom and just try and turn it and see what happens. But I don't know. I'd have to pull a transmission up here. I've never had one of these apart, so I don't really know what it would look like up there. I picture it being, there's two plates down here on bottom for the shifter to go in. When you go this way, that's fourth gear. So the principle of it, well, the idea of it being a long rod is almost, unless fourth gear is over here, when you shift it this way, fourth gear is on this side instead of this side of the transmission. You go over here because the lever would kick, you kick it this way, this would kick that way. So fourth gear would almost have to be over here. You go back, second gear, kick this way. Reverse would kick that way. I almost wonder if that's what it's like inside of there. I don't know. I want to pull it apart, but I think there's a gasket up there that I'd have to deal with. Like I said though, I've never had one of these apart. And I don't want to go on the computer and look, but I think that's what it is. Because with the lever being like that, it's a lever, okay? The lever goes down. You flip it this way up here, and the lever will go this way if you flip it like that. If you flip it this way, the bottom of it goes that way. Unless it's just straight down there and there's no bends in that or anything, maybe we could do it, but we risk, at the same time, we risk messing something up in here if we put it in a gear, if that's got a bow to it. You know what? I think that's a 10 millimeter. I think these are 10 millimeter bolts that are 5/16. I'm almost tempted to pull this apart and find out what's going on under there. I could order a gasket. I don't think that'll be a problem. Let me grab let's just try a 15/16, then we'll try a 10 millimeter. It might even be 1/4. That could be it too. No, definitely not 10 millimeter because that's. Let's try 1/4 and just see. Works. Awesome. Get that loosened up here. I'll need a 1/4 socket, so I can just put it on a. Oh, that's That's stripped. Awesome. How's this one? It feels like those two are stripped. Well, I smell natural gas. Let me go over here and look for another. Just for shits and giggles, let's try 7mm and see if that. No, that don't work. Okay. Maybe this time we won't be bothered. Am I? No, I want to loosen that. I don't want to tighten it. So that one's loose, or I can turn it. Let's see if this one will. Awesome. Unless they're trying to tell us something by not coming loose. That would suck. There we go. I think the transmissions on the round fenders, if I'm correct, have a. Theirs is much lower than what this one is. I think. They may not be. I haven't really had a round fender apart yet. Down here in the transmission area. That better be coming loose for that one. Well, I unfortunately think this one's stripping. I don't have an extension. I really can't get a good bite on. Is that loosening or is it tightening? There we go. Now it's coming loose. Okay, let's try that again. Let me grab an extension for my. Let's see if this will come loose. Without turning it or pulling it out. Never mind. Let's just pull it out of there and see what's inside. Okay, yeah, that's just like I thought it was. So I was right. It's a straight shaft that goes down. Let's see. Can we turn it? Yeah, see? It's just a straight shaft. That don't look terrible. That actually looks very clean inside that transmission. Okay, so I was right. I figured I was. Let me grab that other bolt that fell. Where did it go? I don't see it. There it is. So, this is straight like I expected it to be. You go over here. I think this would be reverse. So reverse is over there. See? It's just, you flip the lever one way and this down here goes the other way. See? That's how it works. That's what I figured it was. So, I think what I want to do, I want to try and turn that, or another thing. I don't think that would work either. This would need to be turned in order for this to work. That's the way it was facing before. Okay, so no big deal. It seems like it'll work. Let me grab a pair of vice grips. I just didn't want to do it. I could have done it while it was still on the transmission. Oh, this is the bad pair. But I've never done this before, like I said. We're going to try it and see if it works. If it ends up failing, I can order one of these for a 100 series. Like what I should do. So, how much does this need to turn? Where it is right there. Okay, so this needs to go that way put a mark here. That way we know. Right over top. Right there, actually. Right there's a mark. Let's take it over to the bench. Put this in the vise. Turn it. See if we can turn it at least. If we can, great. If we can't, oh well. I think they got to get it in there somehow from the factory, so I suppose we should be able to turn it. What way did I say it needed to go? It needed to go this way that I am facing. I'm pretty sure. Let's just try to get it in there. Ready? Okay, that's not going to move. Which way did this need to go? I can't remember. Okay. Let me go look. Find out what way this needs to go. Once I do that, we'll... Okay, I'm back. So this needs to go down that way. Just a little bit, not a lot. So... there, not there. So it needs to go that way. Let's tighten this down a little. Be interested in knowing why they're out there right now. See, ready? Okay, I don't think that's gonna turn or work at all. Anyway, that's not turning like I thought. So let's try this way. Maybe this way will get it to bite like I want. Ready? Somewhat. No, it ain't moving. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this isn't gonna work, unfortunately. Probably more than likely gonna have to end up ordering one of these for a 100 series. That sucks. Inside the transmission though looks pretty good, I'd say, so we probably won't have to do anything with that. But unfortunately, I don't think this is going to work. I'm probably gonna need one for a 110 or a 112. So, because they have the bend too, but it goes straight down and up, so that's not going to work. Unless I can get this out of here, that would probably be the better approach. I don't know how to get one of these apart. Oh, you know what? There's a snap ring in there. I just noticed it. Right there. Is that a snap ring? No. Yes. Wait. I can't tell what that is. I do see a snap ring in there though. It sure looks like one. Let me grab a pair of snap ring pliers. Here they are, I found them. A pair of snap ring pliers. Those should be big enough. Let's get in there and get this snap ring. Oh, I'm gonna have to pull that in probably. I'm not gonna be able to open that up. I'm gonna have to crush it, it looks like. So we'll have to flip these around. How do you do that? This goes here, right? I want to squeeze it, and I want it to... If I squeeze, no. This one, no. Did I have it right? Yes. I thought I did. Cool. There we go. That's what I want. Let's see. I hardly ever have to do that with these, so just bear with me. I can't see it. I can't get it all that great. I'm wondering if it even is a snap ring. I can't tell. I'm not going to be able to do much with them out there fucking around. I almost wonder if I was to put this in the ultrasonic cleaner. That definitely is a snap ring, but I can't get it. I wonder if I was to put this in the ultrasonic cleaner for a bit, if it would help or not. Did I get it? Yes, I did. Awesome. Get that out of there. Cool, we got it. Now I just gotta get this snap ring to come out of here. I hope I was supposed to do that, because I can't get it out of there. I'm not that good when it comes to snap rings. They're not my thing. Can't get it to want to come out. Let me pull over a chair. That way I can sit down and mess with it. I decided to go on ahead and suck up my pride and go on the computer and look around. I ended up finding one of these for a 100 series, a square fender. I almost ordered one for a round fender, but I had to take a better look at it and find out they were actually different. The transmission, the gear shifter on a 112 round fender actually comes out of the side of the block, out of the side of the transmission. When I say side, I mean it comes out pretty much vertical. On the newer 100 series and 200 series, it comes off the top. No, that's not my middle finger. It comes off the top. So I'll show you guys on this. So it was 17 bucks. I figured, well, what the hell, I'll order one. Right here, it would be down here on the front of the transmission, where on these it's right here. I don't know if it's coming with a gasket or not. I don't think it is. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna put something over that, that way nothing falls in there. Right now the fluid inside actually looks pretty clean. Nothing really to complain about on it. Just stuff this rag in there. So that's where I'm at for now. Went on there and ordered one. I ordered the whole assembly, not just the arm. I also ordered this piece, this piece. I don't know if it's coming with a gasket. I did put that in the ultrasonic cleaner and run it for a little while to see if that would help anything. It really didn't. It did clean it up, however, a lot, though, so that's where I'm at right now. Not going to try and pull that apart any further. I think I am just going to leave it alone. I'm probably going to put it in the Horde. I figure, well, maybe I'll end up needing it someday for another transmission. Maybe I won't. I think I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we can do. On the 100 series, it goes up here. Right here's where it should be. This is neutral, not over here. You can, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it goes down, then it twists, then it goes into the transmission. It's got a little bit of a bend to it. Oh, you could probably see it better on the 68. I won't be very happy if I figured out I ordered the wrong one. Yeah, you guys can kind of see it. So it goes in, then it goes down again. So I think right now I am going to stop here until I get that. We may actually go on ahead and get into the engine and find out what was going on with that and see if we can get that dressed up. Maybe we can put it in today, maybe not. Maybe we will do the key switch and a few other things. Currently have the 69 listed for sale. If you're interested in it, let me know. That's still, like I said, if you're interested in that 69, let me know. I think that's it. This isn't going to be the end of the video. So we could probably, nah, we can't do that yet. I'm trying to think of what all I can do right now. We could go on ahead and dress up that engine, or we could just hold off until that new thing gets here. Christmas is around the corner. I'm not sure when it's going to get here. So I'm kind of pushing it right now as I go. Just kind of pushing things along. I don't want to be a wreck on Christmas because I can't get something running, or I don't want to be a filthy mess. So, I figured out, by the way, this is wrong. This PTO arm is wrong. I don't know if it's going to work, but a buddy of mine told me that that might not work on this. Hoping it does. It seems like it will. So, I don't know. We'll find out. It might work. It might not. I don't really think there's much different on the earlier 110s. On the late 112s, it's different. But on the early 110s and 112s, I think they were the same. I don't know. I want to say they were, and I think that's how I'm going to leave it until I know for sure. So that's how I'm going to leave it for now. Currently, what we need to do is we need to get this engine dressed up and ready to go. I think we need to put the front cover on. I'm going to end up probably looking for a different front piece for this engine. Try to find a different front shroud for it that I can put on here, and it be what the 110 should have, and it's got the little screen on it, you know, that type of deal. I might be able to find one. I might not be able to find one. I might just run with this. I feel like this one, I could put one on it. No, maybe I can't. So, maybe that'll be in the future. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll hunt down a screen for it and put a screen over it. Because I'd like it to be as close to original looking as I possibly can get it. So, I will probably end up painting that shroud black, like how they should be. Again, I don't know. I don't want it to look nice. I want it to just look like it matches the tractor, so I might leave it white, because this is not freshly painted, so it doesn't look very good. I might paint it up and then put some salt on it and try to make it look rusty, but then it would look a little bit too shiny. I don't know. We'll see. So I am going to go on ahead and we'll take a look at the engine, and we'll find out what needs to be done with that. Once we get that taken care of, we'll start throwing the tractor back together. It is about a day later, and I decided I'm going to go on ahead and continue on with the engine. I have not gotten my part yet. That is on the way. I don't know when it's going to be here, but we'll see. I think what I'm going to go on ahead and do is get this engine all dressed up and ready to go, and put the front shroud on it and put everything else on it. I don't think I'm going to put a fuel pump on it. I might not. That's still kind of in the air whether I want to do that or not. Other than that, though, I would say it's probably got about everything it needs. It's got a starter, solenoid, regulator on the tractor, so I'd say all we need to do is dress up the engine. We should be ready to go. So let me throw you guys in the stand, and we'll get this guy all dressed up, and I'd say we'll probably drop it in the tractor. That, or we can go on ahead and just hold off on the engine, get the engine all dressed up. That way it's all set and ready to go. Then when I'm ready to, we can put it in the tractor. Let's just go on ahead and get it dressed up and put in the tractor, because if we put it in the tractor, we can wire everything up with it in there. I'd much rather do it without it in there though, because I can get to a lot of stuff much easier without the engine. But at the same time though, it wouldn't hurt to have the engine in there. That way it can look a little bit further done than what it is. So I think that's what I'm going to go on ahead and do, is just get the engine dressed up, ready to go. Let me go on ahead and put you guys in the stand and we will get into this engine. Forgot to turn the camera on. I started working on this again. I already put one bolt in. I gotta find my others. Couldn't find my other ones, so I just went and grabbed some different ones. Hopefully this time this shroud won't, or this pan won't come loose and shoot oil everywhere. That's kind of what I'm hoping. Why it doesn't want to thread is beyond me. There we go. Now it wants to. I'm going to put that loose. We'll grab the other ones too and do them. One more to put in on top, and I think if I'm correct, there's one over here for that plate too. There might be, there might not be. I can't remember. I don't think there is on the 8 horses. On the bigger engines though, there is. Oh, that's right. That's got a broken bolt. Okay. Never mind. That one's got a broken bolt in it, so that one doesn't need to come off. So I'm going to have to tighten all these down. Apologize for blocking the camera. There we go. Could have replaced that plate while I was in there. Top piece. I don't think there's a side piece for that. For the carburetor side. I'd have to go back and look at the footage to find out if there is one or not. I don't think there is. There might be though. Yeah, I think there was at one point, but I don't have it. So if I do, I'll have to look for it. But I don't think I do have the tin for right there. Take it out in the vise real quick and try to flatten it back out. Let's see if this will work. There we go, right there. There we go, look at that, that fixed it. Put that back on there. My tripod is broken. I'm going to have to do something about that. It has fallen back too many times, I guess. And it finally took a toll and broke. So it's unfortunate, but I guess it teaches you a lesson to watch where you're going before you go backwards and run into your tripod. So, oh well, no harm done. I can easily find another tripod, I'm sure. The arm of it is still, the base of it's still good, just the head unit of it is what's broken. Okay, why don't you want to go in straight? I want you to go straight. I don't want you to go crooked. Well, this one over here don't want to go in, so I guess that'll be fine. If this throttle arm was down just a little bit more, maybe it would be, I'd pull the carburetor off, but there's no point in doing that just to get a bolt in. There we go. If I'm correct, this engine has had a new head gasket put in it. Yes, this is the one that I put a new head gasket in. I thought so. Okay, let's try this. That's done. I want to try to get in there and never forget it. Grab a spark plug real quick. We'll put the spark plug in it. We'll put the coil back on. Once we get the coil put back on, I think we should be good from there. So let me grab a spark plug here quick. Actually, let's just grab the coil. We got to get this off of here. Hopefully that's not too terribly bad to do. Oh, that's in there still. There we go. Look at that. We got it. Cool. Grab our bolts. Put that on. I think it goes right here. Maybe. No. Here. Okay, where does this mount? It goes on the front cover. Well, I guess we'll have to figure it out. I think it goes right here. Yep, right there. I thought so. I'm going to do it with the one closest to the coil, the hole on here. That way it's got more support going towards the coil. Oh, I should put the condenser. Well, I can grab that's no problem. I can put another bolt in there for a condenser. I'd say that shouldn't be a big deal. This will just hold the coil from moving around. If I was to put it in that first hole, it wouldn't have a clamp on the coil, so put it in right here so that way it can clamp on this. See? Tighten that down. There we go. That's on, so now we need a spark plug wire. Condenser points are here. Run a points wire up to here. Oh, flip the coil around first. No, actually leave it, well, maybe. Yeah, leave it how it is. It'll be fine. Let me grab a spark plug. I'll also grab a coil. Or not a coil. I'll also grab a condenser. Actually, where's the condenser that had? Oh, that's right. That one broke. Never mind. That condenser broke. So I will be right back. Grabbed a spark plug and also a spark plug wire. I have not grabbed a condenser yet. I will do that here in a bit. I just want to make sure this spark plug wire works. Put that down there. This is the wire off of an Onan. You can see right there, it came off an Onan engine. I'm hoping it works. I think it should. I think it should. Let's get this up just a little bit. Okay, I don't want to go in there. Alright. That's interesting. That don't want to go in. Just need to... There we go. Now it's in. Okay. Put our spark plug wire. Can you guys see? There. Camera battery light's flashing. Put our spark plug in. Get that tightened down. That should be. There we go. Take that, wrap it around here. I need to cut this boot down a little bit. Snap. That's not. It's going around the. There we go. No? Maybe not. Is that, no, that's in. I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I need a nut for this one. There was another coil over here. Yes, there was. And it looks like it has one. This is a bad one, right? Yeah, I thought so. Usually on the bad ones, I'll pull the center out of them and I'll keep them for another coil just in case I end up needing it. That one didn't have a center in it, so that tells me that coil's bad. Point that down, put this here. This side over here goes, this should go to the, actually, is it this side or this side? Might be this side goes here. That's the positive side, that's the negative side. I think positive actually goes to the key switch and it's negative that goes out. Let me look real quick, make sure. Negative goes from the points and coil, or points and condenser, and then positive is the wire in from the tractor ignition. So I was right. So we need to take this off. This should be a 15/16 to get that off there. 5/16 I meant. Grab this. Pin this guy down. I'll have to grab a condenser too before I forget. That might be 3/8. actually. That might be. I'll have to pull the other nut off that other one, it seems. I got a washer on it? No. Luckily, it just so happens I have another coil sitting on my desk. How convenient. Let's see, I want this one. This one is 5. Meanwhile, this one's 3. We'll put this guy on this coil. I'll leave him on there. Just to make sure I was right. Yes, I was. Okay. Grab a crimp in my crimpers. I will crimp that. Went over there and grabbed my crimpers. I want to put this on the negative. Yes. Get that put on there. Before I secure it, I'm going to end up getting a I'm going to have to grab a different one because that one's not going to work. Let's try this. Cut that down and actually make another move at it. Because that one seemed a little bit I don't think I've messed with this yet. I think this is the wire it had on it when I got it. It may or may not have. I don't remember. Let's see. Grab this. There we go. Now it wants to work. I figured that was what the problem was. Take it out there. That's how you know this coil is good. It was made in USA. It says it right there. This is, I think this is the original coil that probably came out of the factory with this engine on that tractor. Which, if it is, that'd actually be very cool. Let's see. Put that there. There we go. And while it's on my mind, I'm going to grab a condenser. Let's put this on. Then once we get that put on there, we'll put our washer down and then we'll put our nut. I forgot that was in my hand. Would have put one of the other type crimps on here. That's probably what I should have done instead, but that's fine. This works. There we go. Tighten that. Almost got it. Just about as tight as I need it. right there. Awesome. Now we got to figure out where to mount our condenser. We could probably mount it right there if we wanted to, or probably even up here to the, maybe not. We'll put it here. That'd probably be a good place for it. It'd be right on the other thing along with that. Let me grab, well, actually, I might not need to. Well, maybe this is, yeah, I figured. I think I'm actually loosening it. I thought so. Hopefully. There we go. Put this here. Okay. There we go. That's how I'm going to leave it for now. I'm not going to put a main lead on it just yet until it's in the tractor. I would say we could probably go on ahead and drop this engine in the tractor now if we wanted to. Well, we got to put a pulley on it, but that shouldn't be a problem. So let me grab a rear pulley. What type of thread does this have in the back? Or is that just a... Oh. There is no thread. It's broken. Great. Somebody broke the bolt inside. So that's not good. That's not going to come out of there. So, awesome. We might have to do something different. Right there's where... I wouldn't mind knowing who did that and why. I know that wasn't... So whoever it was ground it. You can tell. That's ground down. It almost feels like it's plugged. Let me grab... Where's my other... I had an 8-horse crankshaft over here. Here it is. Went over there and I grabbed my 8-horse crankshaft, and like I thought, there is threads right there. So somebody must have welded this or broke a bolt in it or something, because you can look in there. Well, that doesn't look very pretty either. It ain't even tapped. Yeah, it is. Find out what thread these are. I'm gonna guess it's probably this. My bad. Yeah, I think we've confirmed that doesn't do it. I actually think they're a fine thread. I don't think it's that type. Yeah. I'm looking for my fine thread I had over here. I don't see it. I had another bolt over here. I guess I'm going to be bolt searching. until I find the correct size bolt for that, so that sucks. We could even just drill that out if we wanted to and put whatever size tap I decide to put in it. That's unfortunate though, that got drilled. That's very unfortunate, that got drilled. I'm tempted to say let's just put a thing on there and just hope it holds it on there, but I don't think that's going to work. Because we do have this here. You know what? That would explain why that tractor had a weird pulley on it when I first got it. That would explain it. The fact that somebody broke the damn thing, broke the damn bolt, and didn't want to bother with it, so they just threw that on there and said, oh well, this is how it's going to be. I'll bet you that's what happened. So, I wonder. I almost wonder if I could put a round fender thing on here. I mean, I wouldn't have a PTO, but I'd be able to drive it at least. That's the only problem, is I wouldn't have a PTO. If I did that, I mean, I could rig up an 8-horse PTO on it probably if I wanted to, so nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm looking for, currently, a hammer. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm probably going to end up pulling this crank. Oh, it's not going to move it. This thing's junk anyway. And just to show you, it was welded at one point. It just doesn't have the hit on it. Anyway, so we're going to have to do something. There we go. We could even, if we wanted to, we could turn that in the lathe, put this in the lathe and drill it out. We could do that, actually. I just now thought of that. No, I don't want to do that. I want to have a key. Put that back. I'd have to pull the flywheel off though, probably, to do that. You can see that being a pain. This key just doesn't seem to want to work all that well. I have another one of these, but it's not in as good a shape. This still has a bit of clutch material on it. That one doesn't. That one's got no clutch material on it. The other one. Oh, that sucks. That really puts a damper in your plans. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with it right now. I should probably hold off before I put that on there now, I guess, before I decide what I'm going to do. We could probably drill that out with one of the drills. I'd say I could do it, but I think the lathe would probably be a better option. Put the other side of the crank in there, or just take the crank out of the engine altogether, put it in the lathe and put a drill bit in, drill this out. I'm not sure how far in it would go. Tap it. Probably do that with the drill. That'd probably be the better option. Then I'd say once that's tapped, I don't know, throw a bolt in it and try it out. It'd be a lot easier if I had a mill. I could put a mill, or I could put it in the mill, one of them drill presses. That's what it's called, drill press. Put it on the drill press, get it dead center. But with the lathe though, it would be dead center. It would have to be dead center because you're putting it in the chuck. I can't put it on there right now though. It would be in the engine if I was to do it right now. I really don't want to pull the motor apart. I could just put a different crank in it, but what fun would that be? I don't know, is it worth it? Would it be worth doing that? Let me think about it, and I will decide what I want to do. What we could even do is drill a hole through here, put a set screw on this, or even on the key. That might hold it in place. Maybe that will, maybe that won't. So I know it's been a little while since we've messed with the 110. This video has taken place over a month or two. Been thinking of some ideas. Last time I talked to you guys about it, we ran into some engine trouble. The motor that we picked out to use for the 110 ended up having this. Somebody welded this or plugged it or something. I'm not sure, and I can't use it because of that. If I ended up wanting to use this engine, I'd have to take this crank off here, put a different crank in it, or drill this crank out and tap it and put it back on there. It's a process, and I don't know if this engine's worth it. It runs really good, so I don't know. But other than that, everything on here is fine. And plus we fixed to this motor, so I'd rather use it. But I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been thinking about it for about a month. And I think that we're going to steer with this engine. This is one of those that I got in trade for that ladder rack a couple months ago. We got it running. We checked it. It does run, and it runs very good. But the only problem I have with it is this. So I need to do something about that. But I think we could use this engine. And I think it runs really good. It ran good. I watched the video back on it, and it ran okay. It's not seized. It's got really good compression. And it's got what I need right there for this. And I just need to take the key off this engine. Once I take the key off of this engine, we can use that. We can use that engine there. Put that key in this keyway and put the pulley on it and put everything on it I need. Then we can drop it in there. That's about the only thing that has been holding me up lately is that. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing is we're going to take that engine. We're going to put these tins and that carburetor and that starter on that motor right there, get that all dressed up and ready to go. And this idea is kind of in the embryo stage. I don't think I'm going to end up doing it. It'd be stupid to do. But I've been thinking about taking that motor out of the round fender, the one that we put in there that burns oil. And I've been thinking about taking that engine, since the crank on it is welded, and just putting it back on there. That motor leaked oil. It actually didn't leak oil. It just had that front was loose on it, and that's what made me pull it off the round fender. I've been thinking about putting that engine back on the round fender because this engine burns a lot of oil. It smokes. It's got a few problems with it. And it also has, the crank is not welded up or patched like that one is, so I could use this motor for something else. I do want to rebuild this motor. Let me know what you guys think. I've been thinking about that here for a while, taking this engine out, putting that motor back in, and using it. Because that motor, I think, was rebuilt at one point, and I'd much rather not see it set. I'd rather see it in a tractor than it sitting on a bench. And this motor burns oil, it leaks oil, it's getting old, it needs a lot of help. So Let me know what you guys think about that. We could take all threads out of this engine, put them in that motor, and put the bolts in this engine and crank them down. So that's my idea right now. Like I said before, I'm not sure. And we'd end up using those yellow tins again. They would stay on there and they would stay with that motor. That motor would get the yellow tins, and I'm not sure what this engine would get. I don't think it would have any tins on it. I'd probably put the red tins back on it. We wouldn't put the starter on it. It would have the generator still. But that's just been an idea of mine. Let me know what you guys think. It would save me the trouble of having... I'm definitely going to put rings in that engine. That's going to happen soon. But as of right now, we can put an engine in the round fender and we could have the round fender running. It does run, but like I said before, this engine has that crankcase issue. Not crankcase, but the crank right here is patched. So if I was to put that engine... Battery died on me, but like what I was saying, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, because the pulley on the round fender has a little set screw that goes down and touches the crank. So it wouldn't need to have this here, and I could do that with this. Let me know what you guys think. I hate changing engines and stuff like that, but I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. That would probably be the better way to go. And then that way we have that motor. If we rebuild it, we could take it and we can drop it in something. I don't know what the status is of this engine, but this engine seemed to run good. It didn't seem to blow any oil anywhere, so it didn't look like it. So we'll probably end up using it for this 110. I hate to do that, but I don't see it really hurting anything to do that, so that's what we'll do. And I think that is probably where I'm going to end this video. So next video is probably going to be getting an engine dressed up, getting this motor all dressed up, ready to go, drop it in the 110. Long overdue video. I really haven't been working on this 110 lately. It's been sitting here. I'm waiting on my gear shifter back. My buddy has it. He's going to put a seal in it for me. And I've also got his 212 here. I've been working on it. I'm waiting on fuel line right now, so I just did a video on this 212. This is, you guys will see this before this video probably, so go back and look for it if you didn't see it. And I think that wraps it up. We really didn't do much in this video, but I don't really want to upload it right now. We didn't really do a lot, but I guess we did enough to upload it. So let me know what you guys think about the engine swaps, putting that engine in the round fender, pulling that motor out of the round fender and rebuilding it or doing something with it, and then putting this engine in the 112 in the 110. I think that's where I'm going to go. And another reason I want to do that is this engine has this dipstick on it where that motor doesn't. It's just down in the block. So if I was to put this engine on the round fender, I'd take that dipstick off and put it on this engine. And that'd be nice for this, especially because this is right underneath the gas tank and it's harder to get to. So just a thought process, like I said. I'm also going to end up painting this shroud. I'm going to clean it up real nice and paint it black. Put a coat of black paint on it and just make it look like it should. So that's next. I need to find one of these front covers for the 10 horses. The one that goes around and up. So I guess that's next. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys liked what you saw here. We really didn't do much in this video today, but it's been over a month overdue, and I've been just kind of tired and want to get it done and uploaded now, so that's what we're going to do. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me, sticking around here in the shop. Not trying to kick you guys out or anything, but I'm just done. This video is long overdue, so let me know what you guys think about those engine swaps, though. If I should do that engine swap that white motor into this tractor, put that motor in something else and rebuild it, and then this engine up here, drop that one into the 110, or should we stick with our original plan of that motor over there going in here and just do something different about that pulley? I know that I said that would be the motor going into the 110, but like I said, I'm not sure anymore, because that crank is sealed, and if I was to use it, I'd have to take the engine apart and either put a different crankshaft in it or just take this and drill it out. You never know if that's going to go successful, and you never know if the crankcase, if the crankshaft you're going to end up putting in there is bent or something's wrong with it, so I don't know. Now, if I had a drill press, I could clamp the engine down and drill into it without a problem. But the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to put it in the lathe, and I'm going to drill this out right here and tap it. That'd be the way I do it. So again, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.